Good morning, my friends. Happy Wednesday and happy holidays. Christmas is upon us, isn't it? It always comes so quickly. Hi, Cammie. How are you? Hi, Carol. Hi, Ann. How are you guys? Carol Ann. It's nice to see you, Colleen, Chuck, Barbara. So I'm all decked out in my holiday earrings. Tell me that they have a bell, so if it's making a lot of noise, I'll take it off. Sometimes it gets irritating, but I got these, my Aunt Debbie, that's her name here on Instagram. She has this fun little whimsical store in downtown Lancaster, and I love going in there, but follow her here on Instagram. She's had a rough patch because it's like her busiest probably couple of weeks of the year, and she's been sick, so she actually had to close for a few days, which is such a bummer. Like, you do all that work and get ready, you know, when you have a lot of your business during the holidays, then there's not, if you're sick, you're sick. You can't do anything about it. You know, aren't they fun? They're from Christmas vacation. So this one has a little candy cane and this one has a bell. So if the bell's irritating, should I switch them? No, that's okay on that. He's looking out that way. In design, you always want the people to look toward each other, but they're both looking in the same direction. Anyway, from sunny but very cold Alberta. Oh my gosh, sunny. Well, sunny's good. I always need the sunshine. I feel like we haven't had a lot of it. All right, let me turn this around. So I was going to paint those Christmas balls that I posted. And then I got up this morning and I could not have felt less like painting that. I almost didn't feel like painting anything Christmas. But I ran into my living room and I took another bottle brush tree photo. Because a lot of times, like when you're painting, you have to feel like it. And sometimes, or most of the time, it's not even for one reason or another. Like something in an image might inspire you or something. But if I don't feel like painting it, it's just not going to turn out. So I think as I think about why, because I was trying to think about that because it happens to me a lot. I think this morning I felt like that those Christmas balls were too structured. I was going to have to think too much about edges, about hard edges, and I went out with my yoga friends last night, so I'm tired this morning, and I just don't feel like thinking that hard, I think. So I ran into my living room, and I do have my Christmas stuff out, finally, and this is one of the bottle brush trees that I have, and I was trying to get a good photo of it, and the wall, the gray wall where I always photograph everything over here is full of stuff and I would have had to move too much. So I put it right in my little windowsill and took a photo, and I love the colors. So that's what I want to think about as I'm painting. I love the pink. And now I'm thinking I should have photographed. I do have, Michael actually sent me some bottle brush tree wreaths, like just out of the blue. Like, how thoughtful is that? So I'm going to have to photograph those because I'll have them for reference for next year. And I know I already painted a bottle brush tree and posted on YouTube, but who cares? I paint the same things over and over again because I enjoy it. It doesn't even matter. Okay, so I always forget. Now I'm so in habit of mixing my colors before I start painting, but that's not how I do it on here. I'm going to do my base layer first here. So is everybody ready for the holidays? I am ready for some days off from work, I think, for sure. I'm going to try to keep this, spontaneous the way I love to, but also keep kind of that color palette because I do love it. So I'm going to put my, kind of fun colors, bright colors underneath, and then try to make sure I keep some of those colors. It'll be a little bit challenging because what is that, pink or brown or brownish pink? Like, I love colors that you can't quite name. I have to put some other browns out here on let me figure out where the little balls are ish. I love kind of how full this tree is, so full of these. I don't think it's a vintage tree. I can't even remember where I got it. But I'm starting to have a collection of these. Happy Wednesday, Allie. Oh, you're hardly late at all. I actually got up late today. A slow start. I love those sometimes. So if my earrings are making too much noise, let me know. I just won't move my head too much. That should be easy, right? So I could paint the whole like pink tree and then mark where these Christmas balls are. But, you know, because it's kind of tricky painting around everything. But I don't like to do that because I like to have, if I can, keep some of this glow of these Christmas balls showing. That's what I would like to do. So I'm going to do it this way. And I wouldn't say that I always do everything the same way. So I'm going to do maybe a bright. And greens and pinks. I love greens and pinks. Yellow. I think this will be fun. Good morning, Jeanette. So how is everyone? I started getting some of my Christmas wrapping done. I have all my kids are coming home for Christmas dinner, so that's really fun. I love when everybody's here. I think we're having like 23 people. So we have a lot to get ready. But it's all good. Just happy to have everyone together. It's already pretty fun, isn't it? Good morning, Leslie. And anyone in Inspiring Art Group today, painting Christmas lights. That's going to be a challenging one because I've never painted them before. So we'll see how I do. You know, I'm always willing to take a risk and see how it goes. The worst thing can happen is I don't like it. Yeah, we're doing all of the cooking. Well, we might have a couple people bring some things, but yeah, most of the cooking. We make something called Amish roast. And instead of like making the whole turkey in the oven and carving it Christmas Day, we can do it ahead of time. Trying to think, do I want my lights? Where do I want my darks? So I don't want all that business in the background. It's too much stuff going on. I think I'm going to have this be the lighter, have this be the darker corner over here. I'll see how it works. So he makes Amish roast, or we make it, and it's like you do the turkey and the stuffing and all the good stuff, and it goes in a pan, and you get it all ready, and then you bake it in the oven Christmas Day. So the turkey and the stuffing, it's all already in there, which really makes it easy because then you're not carving, doing all that in the morning. Carol Ann, are you feeling all better now? So what color should I make it over here? Should I keep that brown? I guess I will. I do want to keep it neutral. I'll just kind of try and lighten it as I put the next layer on. Oops, I'm running out of my medium. I am going to put a little bit of my manganese blue hue. I do like that, where the light white, the whitest, the coolest white areas are. Looks pretty fun, doesn't it? Love the brown. Yeah, I'm learning to love brown. You gotta have the neutrals to make the bright colors pop. theory, you can know something, but until you practice it over and over again, then all of a sudden it starts to come together, sort of. Is everyone getting a painting for Christmas? No, but yeah, I don't even know that I would have enough to do that. My kids do want paintings, which I love that they love having my artwork in their homes. Yeah, so once Christmas is over and I'm finished doing, like I sold a lot of the Christmas paintings that I did, but now I've got to really focus on creating artwork for the shows in the spring, which is going to be here before I know it, because I didn't really have hardly any big paintings left, and I have 2 big commissions to do. Oh, Carol Ann's feeling better. Good. Painting on paper. No, it's on a board, but it's flat. I ran out of my thick boards. I had just ordered some yesterday. I wouldn't believe how many of those I go through. I think I keep ampersand in business. Move that over. Just, whoops. I'm bouncing my table around. Do my bright colors. There's really no blue in there, but you know I always add a little bit. Little pops, it's kind of like a signature thing. Having little bits of... It could be in this. That's good. Me too, Irma. I love all the ampersand products. That's why I was trying to figure out how I'm getting all my stuff for my French retreat, to get all the supplies to have, like, but I think I'm going to be able to get them all for that. I'm so used to painting on it that, well, if I couldn't, I would just figure something else out and teach myself to paint on something different, right? Oh, Chuck, these are called R&F pigment sticks. They're oil paint in stick form. I'll show you one in a second. Here's, I can't see, oh, here, no, wait, here, I have a fresher one right here. There, you can see what it is. R&F pigment stick. It's green gold. I'll use this a little bit. It's just a nice way to kind of keep things loose. When I use these in my painting, I feel like I kind of reminds me to not be so precious with where things are. I love the pops of bright color. That's it for those. I'm going to put them away and clean up my palette here, and then I'll turn this down. So as I'm mixing colors here, I want to get, you know, my bright colors for the balls, like a neutral colors for the backgrounds, and that cool brownish pinkish in different tones for the tree. I think it can be pretty simple. All right, let me move this down and around. There we go. Now I need to move to the side so it's not right in front of me. I need a sip of my coffee. What's everybody having today? Coffee or tea or Diet Coke? Or what else do people drink? So I had a crazy morning. Look how dirty my hands are already. I was putting my paints out, and somehow I got this all a mess, and I had to go wash my hands. It was that bad. All right, let me think. Let's work on that tree color first. I might need to put a little bit more brown out. I think I'm going to use get a few browns to the side here in case I need them. So what I'm really using is this transparent oxide brown. Coffee with cinnamon. Nancy, that's smart, drinking lemon water. That's how you keep your cute little figure. I should do that. I start all the habits, and then I fall off the wagon. Then I try again. I do it over and over and over again. But I do keep trying. Things like, well, in our inspiring art group, I know we're going to do a challenge to kind of get in the habit of painting every day. It's all about building habits. I always say it's like jumping rope, you know, when you're a kid and you jump rope and you have to jump in to when people are holding the other ends. Now, if I'm being completely honest, I never did learn how to jump rope. I was always afraid to do it. But it's kind of like that because then you just keep trying. Then eventually, once you're in, you're good to go. That's how it was when I started painting. I just would get up and paint early in the morning. And some mornings I wouldn't feel like it. Some mornings I wouldn't do it. And little by little, it became a habit. And now I would get up and paint easily every day for the rest of my life and love it. Isn't that pretty, that brownish pink? I actually think I have a tube of pink called brownish pink. Brown pink, but I'm not going to look for it. It'll take too long. That's what January is for. That's right. You can fall off and do whatever you want in December. And then when January comes around, just get back in the habits. I haven't been walking as much either. But it has been freezing cold too. Michael said, did you start your painting journey in oils? This journey I did. I've always been an artist and I've always painted. I used to, like in college, because of doing things for graphic design, I did a lot of kind of mixed media. I painted a lot with watercolors and gouache and colored pencils. And then I had a long stint of time that I painted mostly watercolors. But I was very tight and very realistic, and I wanted to loosen up my style. So I had a stretch of time when my kids were little that I really didn't have time to do this at all. I mean, that paint's thick, so I'm going to put a little bit of liquid here on my palette. I really didn't do much art at all. And then when I started back in, then I decided to do oils because I wanted to loosen up my style. And I made a big mess for quite some time. I remember one time I went with my business partner, and we would go sometimes on Fridays and take a painting class. And, well, class is not a good term for it, in Philadelphia. And this guy would it would be plein air painting, and this guy would just ask his friends if we could paint on their properties. And a whole group of people would go to these beautiful homes in Philadelphia. But he didn't teach you how to paint or anything. I told you this story before. I'm sure I did. But I didn't even know how to plein air paint or anything, so I had all my paints with me, and I was just kind of doing this crazy stipple color thing on the ground. I didn't have the whole setup. I only just got that this year. To be able to do that, well, anyway, I put it in the trunk of our brand new car and didn't realize my son's basketball was in the trunk, and ended up with beautiful purple and green paint all over the floor of the trunk. It's still there, and we still have that car, and it's too crazy. I do stupid things sometimes. All right, I love those colors. They're really nice, aren't they? So maybe now I'll work on a background color, my background colors, and then I'm going to try this. I have this Italian burnt sienna. Sometimes I do my whole background with that. That might have been fun for this kind of thing. Oh, Leslie, I got, and I still haven't used it. I just put it somewhere because it was in my way. I was wrapping gifts and I had to move it out of my way. I got, because I forget. Let me look here. I got the Strata easel. So I still need to get the little stool to sit on. Buenos dias. How are you, Madeline? Oh, that's nice just as is, isn't it? Maybe I'll just keep a little bit of that to the side. Now for my background, maybe I'll put a little black in there and see what happens. Isn't that pretty? So that paint has a little crunch in it. Do you hear my palette knife on here? It has it feels a little sandy to me. Yes, we definitely have to, Carol Ann. Yes, because I have to be able to do it in France. I'm not terribly worried about being able to do the painting part, but being able to set up and yes, absolutely. As soon as it starts to get a little bit nicer outside. What do we think of that? I think that's too yellow. I'm going to add a little bit of my magenta into that. That's a little bit better. Like, I don't want the background to be too similar to those, but it is kind of similar because the same light's hitting it. And I'm going to put some gray in there. Oh, I wanted to put more gray out. Here it is. Good morning, Danica. Are you working today? I'm sure you are. Glad you guys can come for Christmas. More of that brown in there. It's kind of colors I don't mix a lot, so it's a little trickier. Oh, I like that. That might be a nice, and those colors all look really pretty together. I want to lighten this a little bit for my color. I'm going to add some of my, I can't remember what it's called. My brain's not working this morning. When I'm tired, I can still mix colors. I just can't think what they're called. Yeah, that's nice. I'll go a little lighter and put white in there. Luckily, I have some time. Oh, that's right, Danica. You have this week off. I forgot. Oh, no wonder you're on here. You wouldn't be on here if you were working. That's right. I hope you're enjoying your week and getting some rest. So Danica is my son's girlfriend. Oh, yeah, Carol Ann, we went, after yoga, we went to Gibraltar. And it was really fun and yummy, of course. I hadn't been there since they moved to their new location, but it was really good. Okay, so now I need colors for those balls. Like, I'm just mostly going to do green and pink. So I do have pink. I need to put a little bit more. I think I need more of that. I think one of my tubes of paint has paint on the outside of it. It could be this one. It's time for me to clean when my paints get messy looking like this. Oh, in the snow, Ellen said Haley Joe Summers is doing a plein air series in the snow. I think I would hate that. My gosh, I don't like to be cold. I don't think I like to be outside painting, but I guess I'd rather be outside painting than outside skiing. I don't know. All right. I think I just need some different pinks, so let me make one. I see some kind of orangey red in there too. Just need some colors that'll pop against the neutrals. And now I need pink. Let me get this. Love Gibraltar. Oh, is it right across the street from you? Well, isn't that convenient? That's very nice. Yes, it was a wonderful dinner. I mean, we really just had like appetizers and stuff, but it was good. And I have such a nice group of friends. We've always taken the same yoga class together for a long time. So we all gotten to know each other. And this is the first time we actually went out together, and it was fun. So I need some dark blue or green. Now I want like a fun bright green, so I'll pull that down. That's vibrant and fun. I'll lighten that a little bit more. Got a little bit of pink in there, but that's okay. I just made it more neutral, which is fine. I'm trying to think if I might pull a little bit of this out and make more of an orange. orangey color to add in there. I feel like I do see some of that and a little more white. Whoops, let me see what I'm doing, just about right. Okay, I think that's good. I love that color palette. It's fun. I think these colors are bright and vibrant. I think they'll pop against these kind of more neutral colors, and we have a nice base, and I'm going to try and keep it fun and spontaneous. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, I missed all that. Yeah, I got my piece of marble at the store where you buy countertops in downtown Lancaster. I bought it like a sample piece that was discontinued. So I thought I would have to go have them cut a piece. That would have been a project, but I just got a discontinued sample. Or you can get it, also I have another one that I use like when I go do workshops, and it's actually it's a cutting board that I think I got it from Amazon, so you can do that too. Now I'm looking for where my darkest areas are. Oops, marble, yeah. Did I miss anything else? I'm glad you guys take care of answering questions if I miss them. Merry Christmas, Sheila. Thank you. Like I said, I got a large marble slab from Crate and Barrel, and it works great. Oh, that's great. Yeah, Crate and Barrel always has cool stuff. There's a Crate and Barrel store at King of Prussia. And I was there the other day with my girls, and when we were leaving, I thought, oh, I should have made time to go to Crate and Barrel, but sadly, there just was not enough time to do all the things. Maybe another time. I always find something to want in that store. I guess we're lucky. King of Prussia is a mall that's outside of Philadelphia, and it's one of those kind of few stores that's still, you can still go to the real store and buy things, which I love. I'm not a good impulse purchase buyer from online. All right. So I want to let bits show. I don't want to get too much. Maybe I'll work on my background a little bit. I used to live not far from, oh, where's Torre? A large marble one. Oops, did I miss something? I was looking. Madeline, I don't know what I missed there. Oh, in Northeast. Oh, did you live in Northeast Philly? Oh, King of Prussia is such a cool mall. I do enjoy going there. I'm going to try to get to Terrain next week if I have time. It has nothing to do with King of Prussia Mall, except that it made me think of shopping. It's one of my favorite places to go. Shop for inspiration. Is that such a thing? I guess it is. Let me get my edges. There we go. You got some glare, don't you? A little bit. Is it too red? I don't know. I can always shift it if I need to. I feel like it's a little too red. Let me mix that one gray that I had below. I'm mixing into the top color. I just feel like it's too red. That doesn't mean it won't turn out okay in the end, but it feels a little dry. I didn't have a car, so I would take the bus there, and it was like 2 buses to get all the way up there, but it was so worth it. Yes. Yeah, that does sound like a project. I can't even imagine. Did the bus leave you right off at the mall? And we went to Bar Taco for lunch when we went. I love their tacos. It's nice because my daughter Emily lives like kind of more in that direction, so it's easy for her to meet us there. And of course, all my kids like picking out their own Christmas gifts, so that made that easy. Yeah, me too, Ellen. And great margaritas. What do you think? I don't know. I don't know if I feel like it's too gray, but let me just keep going. I can always change the background color. It's not a commitment. We can change anything we want, right? Just my intuition. I did it because it was like a 45-minute trip because obviously buses have to make other stops. Yeah, I'm sure that was entertaining too. I do like riding a bus, and we did that when Isabel was first in Pittsburgh for college. One time when we took the plane and then we took the bus so that we knew when she would come home and do that what it was like how far the bus went, where it left her off. So that was fun. I do like public transportation. We got to do that a little bit in Italy too. We rode a bus somewhere kind of by accident, and it was fun. There's some little chunks of paint in there. I don't like when they're... Just have to get them off. I don't know what makes that happen. I get that with my gesso a lot too. So I have this tape. This is tape that I have my board taped onto my background here so that it doesn't... I can get... When it's on this ledge, I can't get down in there to get paint where I want it at the bottom. So I tape it up. Well, the tree's definitely coming forward, isn't it? When do you have to take Dramamine, Ellen? And I miss here. Oh, on public transportation, is that what you mean? Ugh, I only ever took Dramamine once in my life, and I'll never do that again. I think I slept for 2 days. Kind of getting a soft edge on that side there. I want it to kind of look wispy. Or not kind of, totally. This is like much more pinker in here. Dramamine for fairies. Yeah, that's a good idea. I have a big brush sitting right here. I'm going to I want to soften that background a little bit. Good morning, Dawn. I just soften some of those. When I feel like the background, I don't want it so soft that you don't, I like the brush strokes in it, but not so many that, like when I feel like I'm looking at the painting and all I'm seeing are those brush strokes in the background. I don't want that. All right, now I can get to business here and work on the tree a little bit more. Do you have all the niches, Dawn? Did they come to your house now? A small collection, not all of them. Dawn is my sister, and she's watching, I think, 3 of her grandkids this week. And her daughter has 5 kids. So 3 of them came. She calls it Nana Camp. That came to Nana Camp this week. They're already off school in DC. I guess all the kids probably are, aren't they? I don't even know because my husband's not teaching anymore. Yeah, it looks nice, does it? You can see how the light's hitting. So I in my mind, I got rid of all the distraction of what's really happening back there and just simplified. So the darks are here. The lights, if that continued, would be light. Light down here. Excuse me. And then I want to have my lighter pinks on the right. Oh, your kids are, oh, that's wonderful. You have great kids. I met them. You have to have your daughter go back and see if her artwork's still on the wall at Nepenthe Gallery. And I'm sure it is. That's so fun. Those soft colors, not this. I feel like I'm being hesitant. Let me put some of the dark. Gosh, I don't know why I'm coughing. I'm sorry. I hope I'm not catching a cold. Let me get some of the darks in here so that I don't keep being too precious. Like the shapes of inside of the ornaments where the light's reflecting, it's just crazy. They're just like such distinctive like darks and lights, and I think that's what makes them look like they glow like that. A little pink under it. Whoops, I got purple in my pink. Oh well. Worse problems, right? Ellen said, I wonder if you could put a piece of colored foam core directly behind the tree for shifts using the same tree for different paintings. Yeah. It would be fun to play around with lighting it differently. I need to get new lights, but see how different it would look, because I had photographed this against the wall on the side and it was so dark that I didn't like it at all. So then I put it in this little window, and I did like how it looked. But that would be a fun thing to paint it different ways and just let the colors shift and see what happens. So I still have all my lights to do. Good morning, Martha. I just ordered more coffee today, but I'm not in a rush. I think I can make it through Christmas. I just realized I was getting low. Martha's where I get my coffee from, Fat Cow Coffee. She's my friend from high school. It's wonderful. I think I'll have a sip right now. So it's not too long till I just can put in the lights of the tree, but there's darks here. Some little And there's, oh, this is all dark right in here. I'm missing this. So where's everybody from? Did we do that already? I didn't ask that question, did I? I don't think so. My daughter keeps on bugging me about getting back so she can finish her artwork. Oh, good. I like that. It's a good reason to go back, right? So at Nepenthe Gallery in, I was thinking, oh, I wanted to do that orangey color that I made. At Nepenthe Gallery, they have a wall that is, or their whole bathroom is wallpaper that you can color on. I don't know that it was meant to be that, but it's like black and white kind of cartoons, and they just have pens in there so kids or adults can go in there and draw on the walls. Like, who doesn't love to do that? Drawing on the walls, that thing you were never allowed to do as a kid. That's such a fun idea. Ocean Springs, Mississippi. Is it cold in Mississippi, Leslie? Oh, where is it? 34 Celsius. 30. Oh, in Alberta. Oh, minus 34? Are you kidding? Oh, that's awful. Minus 34? I didn't even know you could live in minus 34. Oh my gosh. I won't complain about my weather today then. Yeah, that sounds awful. How do you even go to the grocery store at minus 34? It's a wet cold. Ugh. Oops, that was a nice big chunk, but that would be also be fun to paint, to do this, some of this with palette knife painting. I got paint all over the arm of the thing. Just holding my phone. You learn to live with it. Wow. Cold snap of 60 to 70. Oh, Ellen, that sounds heavenly. All right, what should I do next? I need to work. I'm trying to think if I want to do, I think I'm going to do the rest of the tree, and then I'm going to work on the highlights of the baubles. I'm just putting little dabs kind of one of those lighter kind of pinkish browns that I mixed up. Oh, we get to pull out coats and boots. Yeah, I'm sure you do. Can't go anywhere without them. Yeah, I think today it might be warm enough to go for a nice long walk here. A palette knife tray. That's fun. Did I do one, Allie? I did do a palette knife tree. I know I did that cow. I don't want to get too fussy. Oh, there's still another this little ball in here, I think. The reflections in those, the balls are of me taking the photo of it, I think. Well, I'm sure they are. Kind of funny looking. So I kind of had myself perched in the windowsill next to my mantle. Oh yes, that was fun. I want to do another one. So I had this ready. I want to kind of do a little bit of like broken color. I have a little star on a paper, and I was going to play with that. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. I always have all these ideas, and then sometimes it takes me a while to get around to them. But I think that will be fun. All right. What am I going to do? I still need a little more. This needs definition here. Do I have enough darks and lights, warms and cools? Still a little crazy looking. What is it for? I still have enough time. Light. I feel like my brush is too big. But I don't want to go smaller. Yeah, the tree does need to go light. I didn't use the lightest, my lightest mix yet. I always wait till the very end to do the lightest color. So I still need the lightest colors on the balls and on the tree. Okay, that's a little bit better. All right, let me do the latest colors. I think I'm ready. I think I'm going to get a little smaller brush for this. Oh, here's a nice one. Just little bits of red. And then we need the pinks. Sorry, I'm holding my breath. Love it. Can you please tell which brush you're using? Oh, I got some Nutrical brushes. This is the Spectrum 3000 Bright Dye Love. It's the 8. So this is the brush I was using for most of the painting. And so it's the same brush, it's just tiny. So I can get in there and get some detail in those ornaments. Because that brush is just a little too big for me to get any kind of detail. That got round looking, right? Okay. I don't know, they're a little crazy looking. All right. Because if you really look at what those balls look like, you know, the highlights on them are so extreme. This. And I'm just kind of using some gray in here for the more neutral color balls. That one's crazy looking. Let me, too much on my brush. You think it's coming together? I'm still having my doubts, but thank you. Maybe I need to put some of my lighter bits in. Maybe that'll help me with my confidence. Still thinking it looks a little flat or something. Is that helping? I think that's helping. I think that's what I needed. Step back. Yeah, that is a trick, that you do have to step back and look at something from a distance a little bit. Because when you're working on it so closely and concentrating so much, like you forget to, like you don't see the forest for the trees. Is that the right phrase? I think that's totally the right phrase. Not a good forest for the tree seer. Step away. And I will get up and walk away sometimes and come back to paintings. For big paintings, I hang them in my living room and live with them, because then I will sit and look at them and think, oh, I need to do this or that. Like I'll see bits that I didn't see up close. Yeah, now it's coming together. All right, now I need my lightest lights on those Christmas balls. Let me get the smaller brush again. What time is it? 53. Oh, I am good on time. I find that sometimes I need a break away from it. Usually looks better than I thought. Yes, usually almost completely always. Yeah. Yep, just walk away before you fuss with it too much. Oh, I need to lighten that quite a bit down here. Oh, better late than never, right? And I will save this, as always, I will save this on my YouTube channel. And I'll have a link to it in on my blog, on my website. So if anybody wants to be added to my newsletter list, just send me a DM and I will add you. And if you do go over to YouTube, be sure to subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to work on that a little bit more. I do love, it's like a lot of colors going on in there. Oh, this is what I need to do, a little more definition in this. Because that's kind of the pièce de résistance here. And I was missing it completely. And if you're in my Inspiring Art group, be sure to join me today at 11. I'm going to have Izzy help film me, so it should be much easier. I need a little bit of white. Yeah, they made it painted pine cones. I don't know if I have. I might have a reference image of pine cones. I'll have to look. That does sound like fun. Oops, I got a little. No, that's okay. Oh, you have a dentist appointment. Well, that's far more important. Izzy and I have that on Friday, our dentist appointment. Love going to the dentist. All right, am I finished? I think I am. I don't know that it's improving. I could do a little bit more. Let me break that line right there a little bit. I think I'm finished. Now I think I'm fussing with it. I always say when you start fussing and you're not improving it, you should stop. I'll sign it down here. I'll show it to you up close. Reference my painting. Go up close so you can see all the fun colors in there. And then there's my palette. I really didn't use too many of those colors. I think a lot of that was from the palette or from the pigment sticks too, also showing through. All right. So thanks for coming and hanging out with me today. It was fun as always. As far as I know, I'll be here next Wednesday, even though it's Christmas, New Year's. I think I will. If I'm not, I'll post that I won't be here. But thanks for coming. I hope you all have a wonderful holiday, peaceful and fun and filled with love. So thanks for coming, and we'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye.